Hello everyone and welcome to Core Talks. I'm Denise Posnak Gaffney coming to you live from New York City. It is spring. I'm going to stand up. Maybe I'm going to move around a little bit here. It is spring and it is time to wake up. My hair needs to wake up, that's for sure. What does that mean? I've talked about seasonal workouts, using the seasons as something to guide you into what you should and should not be doing. Spring is the time where we're coming out of our winter coats, we're coming out of the heavy layers, and we are being invited in, not just because metaphorically spring means rebirth, new life, babies being born, not just because of the metaphor, but because the actual temperatures change and new plants come out of the earth and we see new things. We see new things. Hey, Kathleen, we see new things. We open our eyes. It is a season of newness. And so I want to talk today about how we can wake up our bodies and how we can wake up ourselves, and we can use this transition from winter into spring to ask ourselves to go a little bit deeper and ask ourselves, excuse me, what needs to be woken up. So if you are above the age of 20, if you are above the age of 30, above the age of 35, depending on your lifestyle, you are probably pretty good at having set up a pattern for yourself, a way of doing things, and you are likely in a place where the rut can be a thing, right? You're in a rut. You're doing the same things. You're on the hamster wheel. Your body is used to the same amount of exercise, the same type of exercise, the same amount of sleep, the same lifestyle, right? And that may be fine for you. It may be fine. Fine because you've gotten used to it, but it's likely not optimal. I rarely meet people who are living optimally in their bodies when you reach a certain age. And I know for myself, I used to be in a place where I was asked to wake up every week, every day, because I was a dancer and my job was to learn new physical material, learn new things in my body, and I was challenged with that. But most of us are not challenged by that in our daily careers. We're in a rut with our bodies. So I want you to think about waking something up this spring. And I want you to think, we are just going to focus on the body. Obviously, you can apply this to other areas of your life. For example, did you used to paint? Can you wake that back up? Did you used to love going shopping for, handbags, and you've let your shopping go? You want to wake up your little shopper. That's for me because I hate shopping. But when I was younger, I liked it. So maybe I need to wake that up a little bit. Did you used to have girlfriends that you hung out with on a weekly basis and you no longer have that? Or you used to have a book club or whatever it is. Yes, all areas of your life. Think back to something you might want to wake up. It might be something that you used to do and you want to re-wake up, right? It might be something that has been asleep forever and you've never done it and you want to wake that up. So when we apply that to the body, I want to talk about this in two different ways. One, I want to talk about it in a general way. What have you never done with your body that you've always wanted to do? And know that there is a you, a body you, that if for whatever reason you always wanted to dance like a ballerina, but you never took a ballet class because you didn't think you could do it. You've always wanted to jump out of a plane, skydive, but you've never done it because you're scared or you don't know where you would go for the first, to even start that process. Or you've always wanted to run a 5K, but you've never thought of yourself as a runner. So these are things you've never done. They're the overall general, what does my body want to do that it's never done? And I'm going to ask you to write down 3 of those things. And if just one comes to mind, great. And then I want you to look at that list. Maybe it's 10 things, 3 to 10. And circle the one that you're going to do this spring. And by going to do, I mean you are going to go on the internet and you are going to look up and Google. That's all you have to start with. Google where you could do it in your town, how you could do it, find out the price, find out okay, and commit to that. That's waking up. That's one way to wake your body up. The other way I want to talk about waking up in terms of the body is your body has lots of areas that are asleep. If you don't move a lot, if you're not a dancer and you are not moving in crazy ways every day, there are parts of you that are stuck. There are muscles that are not being moved because your body is protecting that area because it doesn't want to move. There are movements your body has never had because you've done, let's say you've just been a runner all your life and maybe you do some runner stretches, but that's all you've done. You've never danced, you've never done yoga, you've never done Pilates, you've never done, some sort of, gymnastic-y thing. I see so many clients, and I will tell you, one of the areas that I'm going to ask you to think about is your feet. I've seen so many clients come into the studio whose feet are stuck because their feet have literally been in shoes for most of their life, unless they're home just walking around, but they rarely have used their feet, articulated their feet, stood up on their toes, pointed their toes, flexed their feet. The feet can be a neglected area. So that's one area I want to think. So I want you to just think about your body and the movements you've done and the movements you haven't done, just little movements, and ask yourself, is there a part of your body that you need to wake up? You might get an answer by just asking yourself that question. And then I want you to do something that moves into that space. So maybe it's a roundness in your chest. Maybe it's your upper back that needs to wake up. Maybe you are constantly curled over. So then you want to pick something like yoga or Pilates, to help you focus on opening that back up, okay? I will just go ahead and say, if you want to do a general wake up, it's important to do something like dance, yoga, Pilates, even like bar, Physique 57, something like that, where the full body is moving, SLT. There's a lot of different ways for you to get this full body experience. And I would like you to consider doing that kind of work to wake up the body. One other point. I'm losing my point. I gotta wake up the brain. Oh, that's good. If you wake up these areas in your body, other things will wake up. A lot of us hold on to pain, to physical patterns in order to protect ourselves and not feel something. So in waking up the body, you are by default going to wake up other parts of yourself. Most of the time when you wake up parts of your body that you haven't used, you feel a sense of empowerment, a sense of freedom, a sense of newness, a sense of youth, a sense of memory of what it felt like to be 100% in your body as you were when you were a little baby and as you were when you were a little kid. You had full access to your body and we've shut it down. So it's time to wake it up. I want to invite you to reach out to me if you want to talk about waking up your body and the things you can do. As you know, we have online Pilates classes. We have online Pilates teachers who work with you one-on-one, getting your body, getting you out of stuck patterns, getting you into you, full you, and helping you do it. Hey, Timea. So good to see you, or see you on here. Okay, that's my spring core talk today. I will see you next Wednesday. This month, we're going to talk a little bit about spring cleaning our workouts, as well as spring cleaning our diets. I'm having an awesome guest come on the 18th, so make sure to be there for that one. Jen Morris, who is all about gut health and can help you figure out to spring clean and wake up your gut. So reach out to me. You can come to the site www.mybodwellness.com, MYBOD wellness.com, and sign up for a free 20-minute session, and we can talk about all of this. Have an awesome day. See you later. Bye.